Hey Soul Collective. So I don't know what it is, I've woken up this morning with a real sort of bee in my bonnet, spring in my step, whatever you want to call it. I was flicking through social media as I do, which is naughty when I'm drinking my tea. I try not to do that, but I did do that this morning. And I was amazed to discover the amount of videos that I keep seeing about high value men and high value women, as if this is a thing that everybody needs to have, or everybody wants, or everybody desires. And I understand it, but in one way I don't, because what happened to self-value? And you should want to be the best version of yourself for yourself. It's all well and good wanting to have someone that you think is great or worthy, and I get that. But in order to attract that, surely, you know, the realization has to be that you need to be the best version of yourself. And the right person comes, I think, when you are in a state where you're not looking necessarily, you're not trying to make things happen. I found every time, sorry because I'm looking in the camera and it looks weird, every time I've been in a situation where I've tried to orchestrate a relationship or tried to make it happen or really wanted something from that person, then I've realised that usually I got used or manipulated, or it wasn't what God intended for me, or the universe, or whatever it is you believe in. Sorry, because I've just got up and I feel awkward because I don't have makeup and stuff on. Well, I'm not going to lie, I put a little bit of lipstick on because, you know, lipstick goes everywhere. And I think that, you know, if I could find lipstick that stayed on when I went to bed, I will do that too. It probably does exist. And if it doesn't, I'm sure someone will create it. You can probably hear my beautiful young son singing in the morning, as he does every morning when he wakes up before pancake hour. Anyway, so yeah, back to the high value thing. I think that it's really important not to get too tied up on having the high value man, the high value woman. Surely you need to be the high value man or be the high value woman, and then if relationships are mirrors, you're going to look in the mirror and you should hopefully find and reflect back what it is you're looking for. Most of us feel to blame when we get in relationships that we didn't feel served us, or we didn't feel brought out the best in us or gave us the most. But the reality is, life is about process and learning, and the sun and the moon have to exist together. That's the duality of existence. That's the law of duality, actually, is that you can't have joy without pain. You can't have sorrow without happiness. Same thing really, isn't it? You can't have women without men. You know, so the reality is we are all interconnected, and I just think that ideals are great, but it doesn't deal with the core root of what really is going on. There seems to be a lot of, and I'm not knocking it because I think there's some great dating advice out there, there's some great relationship advice. As you know, we are, as generational people, we are naturally cursed by what's gone before us, or maybe not cursed, blessed, because blessings and curses exist together as well. I just think it's important to recognize and remember, and you know, I know this has probably been said before in a different way, to remember that once you do that deep introspective work on yourself and you start realizing the value that you have as a human being, when you realize your own value, then the high value in other people will be obvious.